What's up guys, Kyle with Max Conversion here with you today to walk you through how to create the best ad copy for your industry. I'm going to be giving you guys two different examples. We're going to be going through a roofing company and something a little different, an IT company as well. So might give you guys two different examples on different industries, what to look out for, but I'm going to be walking you guys through ad copy and creating them in front of you right here. So let's go ahead and jump into it to start. We are just going to go to, let's say, this roofing campaign here. And just for this example, we're going to go to just a random ad group and set this up. So let's start here. So whenever we create the ad, you guys have built out your campaign and you're just trying to fine tune, you're trying to improve click-through rate, you're trying to improve, relevancy. And I like to preface this by saying ad copy is very important. Headlines, descriptions, they do matter, even though at the end of the day, the conversion rate and why conversion happens typically isn't going back to what the ad copy said. But the ad copy is very important for one, qualifying. So if you're getting people who are clicking on your ad who you might not want clicking on your ad, you need to put some stuff in the ad copy to qualify them before they click on the ad, even if it reduces click-through rate. However, on the flip side, some people want more people to click on their ad. They want that increased click-through rate, which you can get a better quality score. And in this case, you want hooks, you want the offer, you want whatever you guys think might pull somebody in. You want to have that, and I'm going to be walking you guys through this right now. So let's jump into a roofing campaign. We are going to be doing a responsive search ad. It's going to walk you guys through pinning. If you pin, what do you do? So we start by display path. I always recommend having a display path. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clear these out for this example. And what we're going to go ahead and start with is we're going to start completely fresh. And first thing we're going to talk about is a hook and an offer. If you guys are running Google Ads and you don't have an offer, you need to get an offer. Google Ads is extremely competitive. It's extremely costly. Even if you're getting a good ROI, it's recommended that you do have an offer. Having an offer is very, very good, right? So if you're a roofing company, let's say for this example, $1,000 off a new roof by, the end of this month, right? So it's say November. By the end of November, if you guys book an appointment with us and sign a contract, we'll give you $1,000 off the final price of your roof. So we're going in here, and first thing we want to do, we want to hook them in, right? So let's say save $1,000 on a roof replacement. Now, we're going over the character limit, so what we may do is just remove that comma there. That way it can reach that 30 character threshold. Something you could have second is you could pin this to position 1. You could pin this to position 2, right? So save $1,000, contact us by December 1. You guys could say, you guys could have a full-blown ad specifically for hooking people in with this offer, right? So the ad is fully around what this offer is, right? So $1,000 off December 1st. What you guys can also do is get a new roof before winter, position 3. Right, so in this case, it would show save on roof replacement, contact by December 1st. It may show this as well. So this is really good, guys. Having an ad that is completely driven to whatever your guys' offer is, right? So always recommend for an offer it's time sensitive, right? It ends at some point, and it's a good offer. People want to be pulled into it. You guys could have something like this where it's only 7 roofs left at sale cost, right? So you could have that as well, right? And you might want that in position 2. Just have this in position 1 because that's kind of your main focus is your offer. You guys can have something like book in 60 seconds, right? So have that in position 3. The way we like to structure it is call to action, position 3, right? This is, hey, reach out to us. This is call to action position 2 just because it makes sense to go after the offer, right? So save $1,000 on roof replacement, that hooks them in. Contact by December 1st, that kind of, all right, yeah, need to reach out and get a new get a new roof is similar to this, but it's pushing them to click on the ad, right? So book in 60 seconds is also only 7 roofs left at sale cost. That is kind of just, hey, just kind of giving them some information. And you guys can have some additional benefits as well, right? Like we are GAF certified installers, so you guys can start saying some trust. You guys can have, rated, let's see here, say we are rated 4.9 by 13, let's see, 4.9 by 1,300 plus homeowners. So this is great. And I would also put this in probably position 2, and I would also put this in position 2. Position 2 is all about trust, right? So position 1, hook them in. Position 2, trust. Position 3 is call to action. So, but they can be interchangeable in some ways. If you guys want to leave these open, that's totally okay. In this order, this makes the most sense. If you guys have additional sort of offers that fit into this, right? So like if you guys do financing, you guys have no interest, no deposit, right? So no deposit, financing available, financing, finance roof. Actually, let's just say finance available, right? So save $1,000 on roof replacement, no deposit, finance available. So this is, overall guys, you're kind of getting the gist, is you're trying to hook people in, write these ads with a specific goal in mind, with a specific user in mind. So this is an ad, and I wouldn't worry about ad strength because Google's going to tell you to add more headlines, add more descriptions, do this, do that. And the thing is, guys, you want to have full control over your ads, so it's not necessary to fill out all these headlines if you don't want to. The goal of these ads are to generate people who are good quality, who click on your ad for a specific reason. Now, with this ad copy, if you guys are running an offer, make sure you run it to a landing page with an offer as well, right? So save $1,000 on roof replacement. Make sure you have that on the landing page whenever they click on it. But jumping down to descriptions, so descriptions and headlines, you always want the first letter of each word capitalized. Description 1 is all about restating your offer and highlighting your benefits, right? So I've got one here. It's free 20-year warranty. We're going to remove drone inspections here. Repairs, we can do roof replacement since that is your main keyword, right? So roof replacement in 1 to 2 days. Save $1,000 if you book before December 1st. Let's see here. So free 20-year warranty. Let's just do this. 20-year warranty, roof replacement 1 to 2 days. Save $1,000 if you book before December 1st. So we're restating what they see in the ads, right? $1,000 off on description, and you're restating some benefits as well. Now, description 2 is we would position this in position 1. We description number 2 being pin 2. So now it's more of like a call to action, right? So call now for free inspection, price lock, and priority scheduling before winter hits. That's awesome. If you guys want to add anything else on top of that, you definitely can. So something that's a good addition is location, right? So say need a roofer in Dallas or your specific city, call now for a free roof inspection and same day service. So this is a little less like kind of focused on the offer than this. I would recommend more running this because it's like, hey, winter's coming, book this before winter hits. But this is also good too because you're restating your keyword, you got your location in there, and that can also help with quality score where your ad relevance is high. There's a good balance between having above average ad relevance as well as having keyword, these offer focused ad copy. Both are very, very important. So this is kind of an example of offer focused ad copy. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and delete everything here. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to start over. So we're going to start with what do you guys do? So ad copy is the best ad copy. I always recommend having one, but it's recommended that you have 2 to 3 ads per ad group at a minimum 2 ads per ad group, but you guys can do 3 as well. Don't only have one. So what do you want your second, ad to be like in your ad group? Well, you could have another offer, right? So you could test 2 different offers, 2 different landing pages as well. You could have, an offer that focuses on save $1,000 on roof replacement, and you can have another one that says, hey, finance a roof as low as $199 a month. You can test the 2 offers and run the offers to, you can't run them to different landing pages directly unless you use dynamic keyword insertion. So you could run it to the same landing page, just have a different offer that shows on those landing pages based on the different ads. But what I recommend here is you have a second ad, and if we're not doing an offer, what are we doing? Another example is location and kind of focused on the location, right? So we're going to use Dallas as an example. So what we can do is we can do, hey, we are the #1 roofing company in Dallas. If you are up there with reviews with other popular roofing companies, that is good. What you guys can also do is dynamic keyword insertion. So we have dynamic keywords, and we can say, also you guys can say #1 roofing company in Dallas, right? So what this does is this will show, let's go ahead and replace this actually with this because they're the same thing. What this will do actually is it will show #1 roofing company in Dallas in the first position. However, if somebody searches a different keyword, right, like they look up roofing replacement company, I know Austin is far away from Dallas, but say they look up roofing company in Austin, this will actually dynamically swap for roofing company in Austin. It will not have the #1 if they don't search that. It'll just have the keyword that they search. So that's very powerful in being relevant to what they're searching, which is very, very important. There are other dynamic insertions. So you have keywords, countdowns, locations. If you guys are a local company and you're not across the U.S., I recommend not doing a location. It more than likely going to get it wrong, the specific city, because you can do the city, state, or country. But a lot of times it does get the city wrong. So if somebody's in Dallas and somebody's in Forney and somebody's in Plano up top, somebody who looks in Plano, they actually might see that they're in, they're way over to the west or they're way south, because that depends on IP address, and also if they're looking on their phone, they have to have their location settings on. There's just a lot of stuff there. So, I wouldn't do location for local campaigns, but another one, if you guys do have that legit offer, you guys can always do a countdown, right? So on December 1, countdown starts 30 days before end date, and you can have the ad viewer time zone. So you can have a countdown there for that offer if you really want. But back to kind of our ad copy localized is it's really just high intent, what they're searching for, kind of an offer, feature, or just kind of, hey, here's who we are, we're trustworthy. And then the third one is always a call to action, right? So call now for fast for local service, free roof inspection. So position 1, position 2, free roof inspections and quotes. Perfect. So we just go down and, just keep doing this, right? So this is a sentence wording, right? Licensed and insured, new roofs installed in 48 hours. That's kind of a benefit. New roofs installed 48 hours, let's say. So that's more of like, hey, we're a roofing company. All new roofs are installed within 48 hours. Again, I would have, the star rating, right, rated 4.9 stars by 1,300 homeowners, and we'll get rid of the stars as well. So this is a good one in position 2. Same day roof repairs, repair available. It's number 2. And this kind of goes into another thing is if your guys' ad group is focused on, say, roof replacement, or if you're a plumber, you've got leak repair, you've got a whole bunch of different themed ad groups. Make sure that your ads are fully focused on whatever theme it is. So in this case, roof repair probably wouldn't even make sense because this is more roof replacement is what we're focused on. So you could have something like storm damage. We work with your insurance because it's broad, right? They might be running into storm damage. Storm damage. You can have storm damage here, right? So have that in position 2. You can have others such as just premium roofing, no cheap shortcuts, or just, you could have just no cheap shortcuts, premium roofing, that sort of stuff. But it's recommended that, in this one you have kind of your main theme of the ad group or your offer, and then go on to do the rest. So we really don't have too many call to actions, so we'd add maybe a new one, say get a quote today, live agent standing by, call now, we'd have call now, live agent, let's just do call now for a free quote. Awesome. So now in terms of description, right, so we're focused on our location, we're focused on roof replacement. So what we can do is we can do something like this, right? So trusted local roofer, trusted local Dallas roofers, licensed and insured, free estimates and full replacements. And we can go ahead and remove this, and that's not going to do it. So what we'll do is do this. So we can have trusted, let's see, rated 4.9 stars, local Dallas roofers. So you get everything fit in there, right? The trust of, hey, we're rated well, we're local Dallas roofers, we're licensed, we do free estimates. So position 1 and second one, right, is more so call to action. Need a roofer in Dallas? Or since we state that up here, we could just have need a roofer, call now for a free roof inspection and same day estimates. So that is perfect. And then you guys can always add a second description, right? So if you have another description you want to add, you can also add that here. Call now for a free inspection, since we're not focused on offer with winter, so we can say priority scheduling. That is good. So you guys kind of understand the theme here. Once you're done with that, you'll just hit save and you'll be good to go. Now, in terms of our second example, I'm going to go through one ad for you guys, and it's going to be a IT support company. All right, guys, so here we are. We've got the roofing company domain still, but this is going to be more IT support. So if we go through here, we're just going to go ahead and remove these headlines, descriptions. That way you guys, we can start scratch. But if you guys aren't familiar, IT support company, they help companies manage their IT, and very, very valuable and great to run Google Ads with. But what we're seeing, so let's focus on an offer, right? So we do, we're trying to get new clients in the door. What is a good offer to get new clients in the door? It may be just a free cybersecurity audit. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we've got this, right? Way too long. So what we'll do is pull that. So we got $4.99 value in October 1st, right? So free cybersecurity audit is going to be our offer. Not a great offer, but a good offer. So this ends, let's say December 1st. That is perfect. Something you guys can do is go to the countdown. We can add that the countdown ends on December 1st if we want to do that. It starts at the start of the day and it starts, let's say, 32 days before. Right, so we've got our countdown there. So free cybersecurity audit, value, and we can actually probably have this. If it shows up like this would look really nice. We've got our countdown, we've got when it ends, and just a free cybersecurity audit. And then you guys start adding some benefits, right? So IT support that can scale with you. We are SO2 certified, right? We are trusted by 200 clients. Another kind of trust symbol. Secure your remote workforce. It's kind of a call to action, not really. Try is free for 30 days. That is a call to action. You could say stop paying hourly. That is more of a feature. And what you can also say is, right, reach out for an estimate, call to action, get in touch with support. Again, kind of a call to action. So that's our example of an offer in a different industry. Just kind of focus on that offer as much as you can. And then we've got our, 24/7 help desk. Let's focus on free cybersecurity audit, flat monthly price, trusted by 200 businesses, no contracts, right? So let's actually add this. So it's a $499 value, trusted by 200 plus businesses. So this is great. So somebody who's kind of looking at hiring a new IT support firm, maybe you guys are targeting keywords related to cybersecurity, this would be perfect, right? So free cybersecurity audit, $499 value. Somebody's going to feel like they're getting a good deal. They're going to want to click on your ad. And then, back to the description number 2, simply just have it as, hey, reach out to us, right? Book your free IT audit today, secure, scalable, hassle-free support starts now. Again, you guys can add another one. So if you guys really want to add another one, which is good to test, you guys can do another CTA or maybe restate. If you guys are local, including the city or state that you guys are local in for this, but you kind of get it. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope this video is helpful. Ad copy is very important. As a user, we're all users and customers. But if you look and you Google what you're looking for, you can kind of pay attention to what the ad copy says and what actually pulls you in. It's very interesting, but it's important to write good copy, and there's a good framework, and this is the good framework to use it. Make sure you're pinning in the right locations. You have an offer. Your landing page shows an offer as well. That is the focus, and just kind of drive down that funnel, make it very narrow. You guys can also use this to qualify, right? So for the roofing, you guys could give an example of, hey, minimum, 3,000 square foot house or 2,000 square foot house, or we only do 2 stories, or we don't do metal roofing, or you guys can kind of call them out in the headlines so that they have less of a chance of reaching out to you guys. So I hope that helps. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you got any use out of it, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more content, make sure you smash the subscribe button and stay tuned for more helpful Google Ads content.